Alrighty, we're only a couple of days away from the state convention, and in this video I wanted to talk about those last minute preparations that we need to make in order to make a very successful state convention. First and foremost, all delegates and alternates, please bring your credentials with you when you check in on Friday or Saturday morning. Your credentials is this form. As you can see, this form here, they're filled out with various names of the delegates and the associates. The most important is right over here is the raised seal of the council's financial secretary. Every delegate and alternate needs to have that form so they can turn in. If you do not have it, you may not be able to be seated in the convention. But if that's the case, if you forget it or something, please talk to me. And I'll be around all over the place, so you'll be able to see me, and then that we can probably straighten it out, but make it a lot easier for everybody if you bring that form with the raised seal. Secondly, what we want to make sure is that all the councils do not forget to bring these important checks, the donations to the state convention. That is the 365 fund. The 365 fund is the money that we use to help support brother knights who may be financially strapped 1 month or a couple days or weeks or what have you, and they need some extra cash. Right now that limit is up to $750 in 1 year. So your 365 fund goes into that account and helps support that program. It's a very successful program. And the state officers have done a really good job of making sure the turnaround when that request is made is within a week after being approved by the 365 Fund Committee. Next, the next check that your council needs to make sure it brings is the Seminary and Fun Check. This is the money that's raised from selling those tickets, those raffle tickets. So we need the raffle tickets brought in so we can do the drawing during the convention, but we also need the check that your council raised, the money that was raised from those tickets, and all that money comes back into the pot and then is distributed out to the bishops of the various dioceses within Nevada. So please make sure to bring those checks with you, the 365 Fund Check and the Seminary Fund Check. Just one of you and your council, whoever's representing your council, needs to have those checks with them. Last but not least is to make sure you're wearing the proper clothes every day at the convention and at the various events throughout the convention. Everyone who's attending the convention should have received from the state deputy this particular form. It's a 2-page form, and on it, it shows what the dress code is for the 3 days and during the different events. If you're a delegate or alternate, the most important sheet to you is the last sheet. If you're showing up on Thursday, which very few are, it's probably only the state officers are showing up on Thursday. This is our setup day. The state officers are coming in early to make sure everything's set up so when we start on Friday, everything's ready to go at 8 o'clock in the morning. So we're going to be casually dressed and wearing maybe our council shirts, and so that way we can work and make sure everything's taken care of. On Friday, that changes, okay? If you're a delegate or an alternate and you're attending the convention and no other duties, the required dress code is that you wear your convention shirt or your council shirt and dress slacks. Very simple. If you're higher than that, let's say you're a director or a chairman, a state director or a state chairman, then you wear a suit. And if you're a district deputy, you have a blue jacket and khaki pants, and then the state officers wear a suit. Last but not least is the dress code at the state convention. While attending the various meetings and activities throughout the convention, there are a minimum dress code for everyone who attends. State officers in general will be wearing suits throughout all 3 days of Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, with the exception of Saturday night, in which we change into our dinner attire. Next is your district deputies. The district deputies will be wearing sports jackets. Normally they're blue, but there may be some other colors, and khaki pants with tie, of course. These they're wearing on Friday, Saturday during the business meetings, and Sunday morning in the business meeting. The next level is the state directors and chairmen. These men will be wearing mostly business suits throughout the entire weekend. That's on the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And next is our past state deputies, which are basically wearing sports jackets and dress pants throughout all 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And last is, of course, and not least, of course, is your delegates and your alternates. When they are attending the business meetings, they will be wearing either their council shirts or preferably the convention shirts and dress pants, with the exception on Saturday, where then you're expected to wear a business suit to come to the business meeting, and with your tie and of course dress pants. There's two other exceptions to all of the dress codes outside of the business meeting. When you're going to the Friday night dinner, it is an 80s theme dinner. So therefore, we expect everyone to be dressed in their best 80s clothes that they may have. For women, that may be the shoulder board type things, or maybe the neon colors, the hair poof and everything. But with men, there's a lot of different options also, from the Miami Vice look all the way down to the, if there's anybody dressed like Prince, that'd be pretty cool. So there's a lot of options on the 80s dress for the Friday's dinner. Next is Saturday dinner. Saturday night dinner, only the state officers will probably dress it different from everybody else, but they'll be in their white dinner jackets. Everyone else, we require that you would be in your formal wear or business suits, and the women to come in their best dresses also. It is a formal attire because that's when our major awards are given out on Saturday night, and so it is a formal event. Now, one thing to remember is that we're doing something different this year. We're actually doing a parade of the council's banners. This will be done first thing of the opening of the business meeting. But when the councils are coming up, they're going to be having their banners with them. Some councils will not have their banners because, they just may not have brought them with them. But those who do bring their banners will be able to walk up the aisle at the convention and then display their banners at the side of the convention hall throughout the entire convention. Those councils who didn't bring their banners, you can still walk in the parade, and we'll announce your council as you come towards the front. And it'll be done in ascending order, where the lowest council, 978 number, will be up front, and the highest numbered council, 16207, will be in the rear, and they would all proceed up through the aisle. Also, with the council banner bearer will be another representative from your council that will be carrying the 365 fund and the Seminarian raffle ticket checks. Those will be, once you reach to the front of the convention hall, you will then turn those over and drop them into the box, and the announcer, me, will be announcing the amount that your council is donating to the 365 and the Seminarian Fund. At that time, you will then turn, both of you, and then head over to the side and either present your banner to your council stand, or at least your placard will be up on the wall already for you. And then all of you can then return to your seats and get ready to proceed with the state convention once again. Now, I hope that these last minute items that you're checking off your list, make sure you got everything you need to go to this convention. It's going to be exciting, and the more you're prepared for it, the more relaxed you're going to be, and the more fun you'll have at the state convention this Friday.